Greetings. This devotion is for the 2nd of June, and our reading comes from St. John chapter 5, and we are going to read 18 verses 1 through 18 today. After this, there was a festival of the Jews, and the Jews went up to Jerusalem. Now in Jerusalem, by the sheep gate, there was a pool called in Hebrew Bethzatha, which has 5 porticos. In these lay many invalids, blind, lame, and paralyzed. One man was there who had been ill for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had been there for a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up, and while I was making my way, someone else steps down ahead of me." Jesus said to him, "Stand up, take your mat, and walk." At once the man was made well, and he took his mat and began to walk. Now that day was a Sabbath, so the Jews said to the man who had been cured, "It is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your mat." But he answered them, "The man who made me well said to me, 'Take up your mat and walk.'" And they asked him, "Who is the man who said this to you? Take it up and walk." Now the man who had been healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had disappeared in the crowd that was there. Later Jesus found him in the temple and said to him, "See, you have been made well. Do not sin anymore, so that nothing worse happens to you." The man went away and told the Jews that it was Jesus who had made him well. Therefore, the Jews started persecuting Jesus because he was doing such things on the Sabbath. But Jesus answered them, "My Father is still working, and I also am working." For this reason the Jews were seeking all the more to kill him, because he was not only breaking the Sabbath, but he was also calling God his own Father, therefore making himself equal to God. So, there's a lot in here, but I think in general here, what we see is this conflict between law and gospel. Right? Jesus did not cease to heal and care for people simply because it was the Sabbath. He cared for people, and he didn't check to see what time of the week it was. Now, for us, that makes a lot of sense, right? Of course, right? But for the Jews, following the law meant they were not going to be punished by God. And so they needed to follow the law to the letter, or at least that was the thought. Jesus was trying to teach them a new way, and one of those ways was never to limit God's grace. Jesus wouldn't have it, right? Grace so often is limited by a law or a tradition or a custom. And we always have to be very, very careful that caring for a human never gets interrupted by anything, any of those things or anything else. Jesus is our pattern. Jesus walked away from those things and ignored those things. Because for Jesus, caring for humans, caring for us, was far more important. Grace, more important than the law. Share with me Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. The Lord makes me lie down in green pastures and leads me beside still waters. You restore my soul, O Lord, and guide me along right pathways for your name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup is running over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.